What's going on, guys? This is Nathan from the Musicom Academy, welcoming you to our next deck profile here on the channel. Today we've got Tyler here with his Bystial Spright deck, and we're gonna go ahead and jump right into the deck profile.
All right, so pretty standard Sprite lineup, just 3 blue, 3 jet. Everybody knows what these do, so I won't explain them. 1 red, 1 carrot, 1 pixies. Have to play pixies because like your whole deck is really weak, so that's it for the Sprite monsters. For our other engines of level 2s, playing the Nimble package, so 3 beaver, and then 2 angler. This card is just ridiculously broken with Sprint, and you have to play 2 in case you draw a beaver. You can normal summon just the angler and then still go into Sprint and send the other angler and summon the other 2 beavers.
Just in case you open the 1 angler as well.
So. Yeah, and like I played 3 swap, and opening swap angler is just like crazy. Your opponent almost can't do anything. You just summon too many monsters. But that's pretty much it for like the level 2 engine.
How often did you catch yourself adding the pixies off the blue, if at all?
I added pixies off of blue. Anytime my opponent forced battle phase, I would just say at end of main, elf, summon back blue, search pixies. It
usually stops them.
Yeah, it makes it so that I can't like toad twice, but they can't just run over my stuff. Like Josh in the last round, he normal summoned a Havness and went to battle phase, so I had to summon blue to get pixies. And there were a couple other interactions like that today, but it usually was fine. Like at worst, if they don't go into battle, I just added an extender to my hand for next turn. But yeah, for hand traps, 3 ash. Kills rogue, and it's pretty decent against the meta. 3 Veiler, just to stop. Kit Kalos, Gigantic Sprite. What's that runic fusion? Hugin or whatever. Yeah, it just kills that. And then for the spice, we got the Bystials, 3 Mahogmoot, and 3 Druid Swarm.
All right, so these are newer, so let's go ahead and explain these. What are these doing?
So they are basically DD Crow for lighter dark monsters. They're only quick effects if your opponent has a monster. And the reason I played them over DD Crow was for 2 main reasons. One was that they're beaters, and it helps with like the main problem Sprite has and that they're weak. Other than that, there's like a lot of times where if you're playing too many hand traps with Sprites, you open like 4 hand traps, 1 Sprite, and then you can't summon anything. Like you can't go into links or XYZs or anything. But if like you slap one of these down by banishing a card from your opponent's grave and then like normal any Sprite monster, you can go into Sprint. And like if you do this one specifically, he sends a card to the grave when he leaves the field. So they're just better than DD Crow because I can special summon them, and they're beaters.
DD Crow, but it can actually attack pretty much.
Yeah, and like if you summon this one, it guarantees that you have another one for next turn. Or they're forced to negate it, but like I don't know why you would. So yeah, 3 of each of those. None of the Saronier guy because I don't care about sending any of them to grave. But yeah, and then for the last hand trap, Imperm. It's Imperm. It's like the best hand trap. Pretty standard. I used it a lot on my turn, going second, more than like in reaction going second.
Let them play their hand out, then negate their field on your turn so you can break through.
People were summoning like Kalos. I got someone summoned that on me round 1, and then Josh round 4. We played like some games after. I swiftly 2'd him, and I just imperm that starting my turn, and then yeah, I just kept going from there. And then for spells, 3 starter, self-explanatory, 1 smashers. I usually play 2 smashers, but with Druid Swarm being able to send cards from the field to the grave, I didn't really feel like I needed the second removal, so I just cut it down to 1. I tried to keep it at 40 cards, but I'm at 41, so I didn't want to play 42. But and then 3 Pot of Prosperity for consistency. So a lot of hands where like you open 3 or 4 hand traps in 1 level 2, and so you need to dig for more cards. I sided one of these out a lot going second, just so that I could have more interaction cards on my opponent's turn since I'm going second. And then Triple Tactics Talent. Oddly enough, most games when I was going second, or I knew I was going second, I sided these out. Just again, kind of the same reason, have more interaction. Like yes, you could theoretically call me bad for taking these out since they're good when my opponent tries to stop me, but I wanted to open like hand traps and like combo pieces. I didn't want to draw this. There was what was it, game 1 against Josh, I had this and an effect veiler in my hand for 5 turns because he was just not using monster effects on my turn. So.
And then you kind of just get stuck with it in your hand and you're like trying to pray that they activate something.
Like, I discarded this off like a Nightmare monster earlier too. Like, I didn't resolve this card once. I mean, it's still good, I'm still gonna play it, but I just found myself like not using it. But that's it for the main deck, 41 cards. Aside from the Bystials, it's pretty standard. Do you want to do extra? Or
yeah, we can jump into the extra deck real quick.
Extra deck, okay. So I got Slime Token.
Ooh, a Slime Token.
Dummy Thick Charizard.
Oh.
I didn't organize this. I'll do that really quick. Sort of. 3 Elf, because I'm playing basically pure Sprite, so you need 3 Elf. I really don't think there's an argument for anything other than 3 Elf. I mean, this card's just broken. It probably should be limited, but maybe too soon. Sprite Sprint, the new one from Darkwing Blast, it sends your Angler. If you like absolutely need to, you can send like Swap Frog, although I don't really see a case where like that's ever good, but I'm sure it'll come up like if someone negates your summon of Swap Frog and you go into this or something, I don't know. But yeah, you just mostly send Angler. The second effect never came up today because I never left an XYZ on board. And then for the rest of my links, play Nightmare Phoenix, Nightmare Unicorn, IP, and then Early. Early is really good if you have a ton of extenders and you can do like Elf, Toad, and then Early, because that just gives you a ton of interruptions.
Lots of negates there.
Yeah, he's really cool. He also comes back during the end phase. And then we got Gigantic, it's self-explanatory, card's strong.
Pretty big.
And then Toad, Gin Buster. I almost cut this card for access code, but I don't think I've ever summoned access code in this deck in like IRL play. So I just kept this because it comes up way more. And then the Zeus package, Skycav, Downard, and Zeus. I thought about cutting Downard because like I want the extra spot, but there are a lot of times where you need to activate the effect and then, you know, they try and negate or whatever, and then you activate again, or like you just want it for 2 turns.
Do it once on yours and once on theirs.
Yeah, but it's like a hard decision to try and make. But
what would you put in if you were going to take that out?
I could put in Avramax if I had one, because Tears like just really can't out it. A lot of people aren't playing like Zeraboros and Tears anymore because they don't have Snow to like trigger it. So yeah, probably Avramax because that card's just gross against Tears.
All right, let's jump into that side deck. Let's see what you got going on there.
Side deck for monsters, Pankratops. This card just like single-handedly beats a Sprite board. You just like attack over Toad, tribute to kill Elf. So then you can just start playing. He's also an extender, kind of going back to like if you open a weird hand with like a lot of hand traps in a level 2, you like slap him down, summon your 2, and then make sprint or something. He's just pretty versatile. And then 3 Droll. This card's like super underrated, I think. If you're not siding this, you're a little silly. It's really good against Dragon Link, which people are going to start playing more of. It's good against Sprite. It's not that great against Tears, but they do search, so like, I mean, and you don't have to side it in, but it really does just like hurt Sprite a lot. And then Dragon Link, it's decent against Runic. It's good against Rogue decks. Yeah, I mean, it's solid. I mean, I'm already playing like every other hand trap, so like, it's not like I needed to play this over a different one. And then 3 Lightning Storm. Kills Rogue decks, back row decks. It's good against Tri-Brigade Sprite too because they don't put up any hard negates. They just put up like Disruption. So it's just like you call monsters and you just blow them out. They have like just Revolt and that's it. So it's just kind of a blowout card against that matchup. I don't think anyone was playing that today though. Maybe one person, but I heard someone say Tri-Brigades. But and then 2 Cosmic Cyclone. This is for like Runic, Mystic Mine, Floodgate decks, just a bunch of annoying stuff. And then on that same thing, evenly, again, good against Tri-Brigade Sprite, like Rogue. It's good against Dragon Link too, kind of, depending on what their board is. I mean, it's good. I think most people are siding this. And then the last card is Dimensional Barrier. If I'm going first against Tears, I'll just side this in and you can just kind of just blow them out. You know, set up your Sprite board and call fusion, kind of just win. But that's pretty much it. Nothing like too crazy.
Just Bystials. All right.
The Bystials put in work today,
All right.
man.
Well, if you don't have your Bystials yet, make sure you go and pick those up. But yeah, thank you so much, Tyler, for bringing us your Bystial Spright deck. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed today's deck profile. If you did, make sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell on the way out the door, because all your support is greatly appreciated. But until next time, guys, thank you so much for watching, and make sure to stay tuned. Later on this week, we'll have some live duels. So you can see this deck in action. But that's all I've got for now, guys. Thank you so much for watching. As always, this is Nate from the Scrub Academy, signing in for now. Peace out.